Hello students, this is Debarchana Raut, lecturer in computer science. So in our previous slide we have discussed about what is a hard disk and what are its some of the parts and how do that parts work. So in a hard disk we already know the data stored are permanent. We have some parts. Let's go to the diagram. We have some major components or parts of the computer hard disk where we have a magnetic platter. Here is the platter where the data is stored digitally. A spindle rotates this platter. We have an equator arm and equator axis which is held by the equator. We have a read-write magnetic head which helps us to write and read digital data over the platter. We have power connector, jumper block and IDE connector. So let's see how all this collaborate and what is the working principle of the hard disk. So hard disk uses a rigid or hard substrate that is platter. We have already seen the platter. This is a magnetic plate which is mounted on a common spindle. A platter has two magnetic surfaces, that is the top surface and the bottom surface. So in a platter, it is a magnetic surface from the both the sides. So data can be read and can be written from the both the sides of the platter. It consists of a spindle motor to drive above mentioned stack of platters about its axis at a speed ranging from 360 rpm rotations per minute to 10,000 rpm. So here we have already seen the spindle in the diagram. At the bottom of the spindle basically consists of a spindle motor which helps the platters to rotate. So speed or the capacity of hard disk, or we can say speed of the hard disk, is basically the rotations it take per minute. So this rotation is done by the spindle motor. The speed of a hard disk is basically 3600 rotations per minute to 10,000 rotation per minute. A set of magnetic heads made up of thin magnetic film are also mounted, which perform the operation of assessing the information from the platter. We have already discussed this, that there is a magnetic read-write head which is basically mounted on the platter so that from the platter we can read or write the digital data in zeros and ones. Information are recorded on both the side of the disk such that the magnetized spot on the platter are used for storing 1 and non-magnetized spots are used for storing 0. Okay, this is the way how the digital data is stored on a platter. So the outer surface of top and bottom disk cannot be used for storing information as they cannot be accessed. Only the inner platters or the inner platters both sides are used for storing and accessing data, whereas the outer surface of the top and bottom of the disk cannot be used for storing information. The information is recorded basically in circular tracks, and the tracks are divided into sectors. So let's go to the diagram. Here you can see a cylindrical structure. Okay, here we have multiple number of platters. There are many number of platters. We have hard disk capacity according to the number of platters it consists of. So here we can see in a diagram there are three platters. We have a read-write head attached to a equator. Each and every platter have a read and write arm and with a read and write head so that it can read and write its corresponding platters information. Next, we have this read write head holder, or we can say it as equator. At the middle, we have a spindle, and this at the end we have the spindle motor. Okay, so now we will see how basically data is stored over a platter. Information are recorded over this circular tracks, or basically it is known as tracks, and each platter's circular tracks are divided into arcs, that is, they are divided into sectors, each arc consisting of one sectors. Okay, so these circular paths are known as tracks, whereas these divisions are known as sector. Okay, the capacity of the hard disk depends upon the total number of usable surface and the byte store per sector and sector per tracks and tracks per surface. So when we find the capacity of a hard disk, it is calculated by the equation that how many number of usable surfaces are there. For example, here is one platter and we can use its both of the surfaces, two surfaces. Another platter, we can use its both of the surfaces. We have another platter where we can use both of its surfaces. Only the outer surface top and the bottom of the disk cannot be used for storing information. So except that, how many usable surfaces are there multiplied by how many sectors, how many tracks per surfaces are there, how many circular tracks are there per surface. After that, multiplied by how many sectors per track are there, how many sectors are there per tracks, and finally, how many bytes can be stored per sector. So we will have to find out the number of surfaces, then the number of tracks, then the number of sectors per track, then the amount or the total byte of memory can be stored per sector. So this is the capacity of the hard disk. So here we can see a problem where we have number of surfaces given is 16, number of sector per cylinder is 4096, number of tracks per surface is 2048, whereas number of bytes per sector is 512. Okay, we have to find out the number of platters. So as the number of surfaces are 16 and we know on the both the surface we can read and write data. So if the two surfaces combine to make one platter, so there are 16 surfaces, so it is divided by 2 and we get 8 platters. Next question is how many sectors per track are there and the number of tracks per cylinder. So number of tracks per cylinder, first we need to find out. So the number of tracks per cylinder are number of surfaces multiplied by tracks per surface. So number of surfaces is 16, tracks per surface is 2048. So finally we have 32,768 tracks per cylinder. Now the formula to find out number of sector per track, we have the formula, that is number of sector per track is equal to number of tracks per cylinder divided by number of sector per cylinder. So number of tracks per cylinder is 32,768. We have already found out this one, divided by number of sectors per cylinder is 4,900. 4,096. So next we have total number of sectors per track is 83. The total size of the hard disk we have already discussed, that we need to find out total number of surfaces multiplied by total number of tracks on a cylinder. Next, sectors per track. Next, total amount that is stored per sector. So here we have already all the information. Tracks per cylinder is 32,768, whereas number of surfaces is 16. Number of sector per track we have found out it's 83, and we already in the question it's mentioned the memory stored per sector is 512 bytes. So solving it, we can find that the total capacity of the disk is 2048 GB. So this was how to find out the total capacity of the hard disk and how does hard disk work. This much for this slide. In our next slide, we will be discussing about the file system. Thank you so much.